Hi everyone, this is Ravi. Welcome to YouTube session on Azure Cloud Services. So in my previous YouTube sessions, I was concentrating on one of the cloud service that is being provided by Azure called Azure DevOps, which is a continuous integration tool. So going forward, I will be publishing more YouTube sessions on different cloud services by Azure. The cloud services like virtual machines, containers, Azure functions, and also the databases, etc. So, in this session, I'm going to concentrate on a cloud service called Virtual Machine. So, I will show you step by step process how can we create a virtual machine in Azure Cloud. Okay, so here is our agenda items. So our main agenda is to create a virtual machine in Azure Cloud. To do so, we have to follow the following steps as agenda items. One is we have to create a free Microsoft account and get $200 worth of credit. And then to create a virtual machine, we are going to add a Azure subscription and we are going to create a resource group and then we are going to select a machine which is eligible for free, and also we need to open some inbound ports to basically to expose your virtual machine to your internet and complete rest of the configurations, and then you can connect to your virtual machine. Okay, so all these agenda items I'm going to show you practically on Azure portal. Okay, now let me show you how can we create virtual machine in Azure. So before we log into your Azure portal, first you have to subscribe to your Azure. Okay, so you just go to Google and type in Azure free subscription and then click on your first link where the Azure is giving you a 12 months free subscription. So you click on start free. So as soon as you click on start free, it will ask you to provide your username and password, and I mean basically to set the password and all. Okay, so you will get $200 worth of credit for the 12 months. Okay, so as I already subscribed to my Azure cloud services, so I'm gonna log into my portal.azure.com. So as soon as you land on the portal.azure.com, you will have a dashboard where it will show you the major resources and major services that you will be using in day to day life. Okay, and if you see the left menu, there are different options that are in your favorites, added to your favorites by Azure, which are very important in day to day life. Okay, so which are basically popular services. Because in this particular session we are concentrating on virtual machine, if you see here you can find an option called virtual machines in your left pane. Okay, you click on this virtual machines and then to add a new virtual machine in cloud you need to click on add button. So as soon as you click on add button, so you'll be landing on basics page, a create virtual machine page. Okay, so here, so if you see, it will first ask you to create a, I mean select the subscription. Because I have already subscribed to my Azure free subscription, so I have named it as Azure subscription 1. Okay, so I'll be selecting the free subscription, and then you need to create a resource group to create any new service. Okay, so what is the resource group? So resource group is a logical group of your services and the resources that you want to use for an Azure solution. Basically, it's a logical group of different services that you want to use for a solution. Okay, so let me name this particular resource group as YouTube session. Okay, click on OK. So once you create a resource group, now you can provide the name of your virtual machine. So in this session, I'll be creating a Linux virtual machine. That is the reason I would like to name this as Ubuntu trial or Linux trial. We'll make it as Linux trial. Okay. And now you have to select the region. What do you mean by region? So Azure, Microsoft Azure created multiple regions throughout the world. Basically, so this particular virtual machine needs to be deployed in which region of the cloud. Okay, so I'm selecting Central US as default. Okay, and then you need to select availability options. I don't want to concentrate on this particular option right now, so I'll be covering this option in later videos. Okay, so now what image you want to deploy on your virtual machine? Either if you want to deploy Windows Pro, if you want to install Windows Server 2019, or you want to install a Linux Ubuntu, so whatever you want you can select. So right now, because I'm creating a Linux, I would like to select image as Ubuntu Server 18.04. Okay, and now this you need to select a size. So because we are using free subscription, we have to select a size in a such a way you will be falling under free tier. Okay, so I want to change the size, and there are different list of sizes. Okay, clear all filters. Okay, so you will have lot of list here, a big list of different configurations. Okay, for the virtual machine size. Okay, so here I want to go for a free tier, basically to the size which is qualifying for the free tier. Okay, so I'll be selecting B1S as a size and click on select. Okay, which is having a 1 GB memory. And now, so authentication type. So there are two different types of authentication types. One is SSH public key and password authentication. So in this session, I'll be concentrating on, basically I'll be selecting password authentication because it is very easy for us to set up. So I need to select a username to connect to your virtual machine, and also set a password to connect to your virtual machine. Okay, I'm setting the password to connect to virtual machine. Okay, now, so basically now you have to create inbound ports, public inbound ports. So by default by default Azure will provide a port number 22 which is required for SSH. But now I want to export this virtual machine which is on cloud to my home network, internet, basically my home network, internet, right? Because I want to connect to this cloud virtual machine from my home internet. So for that, I have to expose this virtual machine to HTTP 80 port. So that is the reason I'm selecting an inbound port HTTP 80 along with SSH 22. 22 port is required for SSH, port 80 is required for my internet, home network, internet. Okay, I've selected both of them, and now the basic configuration is done. Now you will have some other configurations which I can keep as a default configurations. Okay, default setup. So click on disks, where you will be selecting the disk size, disk type, encryption type, all these okay options. I want to keep them as default, and then you will be selecting the different network types, basic network, advanced network, etc. So I want to keep as it is, and then you'll be landing onto management. I don't want to change any of these, and then go to advanced options. Okay, and these options I want to keep as it is. Do you want to basically select generation 1 virtual machine or generation 2? I don't want to change anything. Okay, go to tags. I don't want to set any tags because I'm not having different services. Okay, so I'm using only one service in this particular resource group right now. Okay, and then click on review create. So as soon as you click on review create, so what happens, the Azure will validate all the configurations that you have provided, and it will show you a message. If all the validations are passed, it will show you a message called validation passed. If there are any errors, it is going to create basically throw an error message. So because my validation is passed, I can create a virtual machine right now. Okay, so now click on create virtual machine. So as soon as you click on create virtual machine, it will initialize the deployment process. Basically, it is going to deploy your virtual machine on cloud central US. Okay, so to see the status, you click on refresh. So it will just give you all the status of the resources that are being deployed. Okay, keep clicking on refresh to see the status. So it will take 1 to 2 minutes of time. So let me pause the video for 2 minutes. Okay, so it took exactly 1 minute for me to create a virtual machine. See how easy to create your virtual machine in the cloud, basically to create a computer. Okay, so go to click on go to resource to see your virtual machine details. So my virtual machine name is Linux Trail, and my virtual machine IP address is this one, right? So now how can we connect to virtual machine? So right now I want to connect to my Linux virtual machine from my home, and then I want to install probably Apache server in my virtual machine. Okay, first let me connect by using SSH connection. Okay, so for that you need to click on connect and select an option called SSH. Basically I'll show you how can we connect by using SSH, and also I'm going to show you how can we connect by using remote desktop. Okay, first let me explain SSH connection. Okay, for this, so to connect to Linux machine or a cloud machine by using SSH, first you need to have either latest Windows PowerShell or Git Bash. Okay, so right now I already have my Git Bash in my system. I'll be using Git Bash to connect to my virtual machine. Okay, to do that, so you need to copy this particular command here. Okay, so this is my virtual machine name and IP. Okay, and now you have to execute SSH command, SSH, and then paste the copied command here. Okay, SSH, enter. So what it will do, it is asking me, are you sure you want to continue connecting? Do you want to connect to virtual machine? So right now I'm connecting. Yes, I want to connect to virtual machine. So now it will ask you to provide the password. So the password, whatever I set up, right, while creating a virtual machine, that password I need to provide here. Okay, I provided my password and clicked on enter. Now you need to, now I want to update the Ubuntu package. For that, sudo. So let me show you the commands also. Okay, if you want, if you are confused, I just want to show you sudo apt -get update. What it will do, it will basically update the Ubuntu packages on your Linux machine. Okay, I am updating the Ubuntu packages. So it will take a couple of probably half a minute to 1 minute. So bear with me. Done. Okay, so my Ubuntu packages are being updated. Now I want to install Apache server, right? So for that, again sudo apt-get install Apache 2-y. So I'm installing Apache 2 server, okay, on my virtual machine. Click enter. So it is actually pre-configuring the package and then installing the Apache server. So it will take half a minute to 1 minute. Okay, so my Apache server has been installed. So now let me just go to my virtual machine. So what is my virtual machine here? Again, go to home and go to resource groups. So this is my YouTube session resource group where I have a virtual machine called Linux trial. So this is virtual machine. Okay. So now copy this IP address and browse the IP address through browser. See, so my virtual machine Apache server is up and running here. Okay. Okay, so we have seen how can we connect a Linux machine by using SSH, right? So now let me explain how can we connect to your virtual machine by using remote desktop. Okay, for that you need to click on connect and click on RDP. If you see here, there is a procedure to install. First of all, before you connect to virtual machine remotely, you have to install and configure your remote desktop. Okay, click on this link. So here there are couple of commands that need to execute in git bash. Okay, so sequence of commands that you need to execute. First you have to connect remote machine as I showed you earlier by using ssh command, and then you have to install your xfce4. Okay, so you have to install basically remote desktop server. Okay, so this is one command you have to execute, and these two commands you have to execute, and also you have to execute this command, and then you have to restart the desktop service. Okay, so as soon as you done, all you need to do is we have to expose the 3389. Let me show you. Okay, so because RDP port number is 3389, right? So I need to expose this 3389 port number in networking. So for that you need to click on networking. Okay, so and then you have to create an inbound port rule. Okay, click on networking. So it is taking time for me. Give me a minute. Okay, so once you click on networking, so there is an option called add inbound port rule. Okay, you click on that, and now source you keep as any, and also source port range any. Okay, but the destination is you have to add a 3389 port. Okay, because this is your destination port where the virtual machine is installed. Okay, and you need to put a priority as 1100. I can put it as 1100. Okay, and then right now I already have 1100, so that's the reason it's giving error. And then click on add. So as soon as you click on add, a new rule will be added like this. See here, I have added a new rule for port 3389. Okay, so now you go back to again your virtual machine. Okay, and click on add, click on RDP. Okay, so what I did is first I have installed and configured by using couple of commands. What I installed and configured, the remote desktop server. Okay, and now I need to go back to your machine and copy your IP address. Okay, so generally how can we connect to virtual machine, I mean basically remote desktop, by using MSTSC. MSTSC. Okay, so this is my remote desktop connection. Okay, and then here paste your IP address of your remote desktop. Okay, and click on connect and click on yes. So here this is my virtual machine which I have created on Azure cloud. Okay, provide your username that you have provided while creating virtual machine, and then provide your password that you have created while creating your virtual machine and click on OK. So as soon as you click on OK, you are now landing on your virtual machine. Okay, so if you see here, this is my new computer or a virtual machine that I have created on cloud service, Azure cloud. Okay, so you just again click close, click OK. So this is how you can remote into your virtual machine that you are created in cloud. Hope you all understand the concept of creation of the virtual machine in Azure cloud, and how can we connect by using SSH, or how can we connect by using RDP, that means remote desktop, right? So if you have any queries, you can just provide your comments in the comment box, and please subscribe to my channel, and please share to everyone to subscribe to the channel. So in future, I'll be publishing more YouTube videos on different services that are being provided by Azure Cloud. Thank you.